Hello, everybody. Welcome to It's a Crime. I'm Linda, for those of you who don't know me. I am so excited to be on here tonight. I know it's been a while since I've done a live stream. I've been busy, as most of you know, with family. So I am here tonight to catch you up, and I'm going to catch up too on some things. And so I just want to welcome you so much. I really appreciate you being on tonight. So what I'm going to do is talk about a couple different cases. The first and foremost, I have just zipped over. I was at Profiling Evil's live stream. They started about an hour and a half ago, and I was on there catching up with the Suzanne Morphew case. Some of you may know, some of you may not know that there was a search, and there is an ongoing search, I should say. But today was day one with Suzanne Morphew's brother, Andy Moorman, who went and organized a big search. So I am going to have a couple pointers on here from what happened over there for those of you who haven't caught it, or I'm also going to discuss, because I'm sure you guys really want to discuss. So I'm so glad that I was able to catch it. And if you haven't seen it, then I will put it in the description below after, and you can go check it out after to go check out Profiling Evil's Mike and Chris. And they had Andy Moorman, Suzanne's brother, on, and also they had some people helping as well. So really, really exciting. So welcome. This is great. Was watching one of your videos. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, I'm so glad to see you guys. It's just been a lot. It's just been a lot in the last little bit. So Andy was on. He said today he called it, and I wrote some notes on here. He said it was very successful, the search today. And from the sounds of it, he was quite pleased with where they got. Now, before actually I get into that, I do want to mention, because there's a lot of people who are from Colorado, or who are even, volunteering. So it's very, very important, if you are volunteering and you have not downloaded the app that Profiling Evil has posted and set up. It's called the ArcGIS Explorer app, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's really, really important, because what it does is when you're searching, it actually tracks where you've searched. So it's really cool. At the end of the day, you can see all the little foot map of everybody and where they searched, like a grid, right? And so it looks like something like that is what I was looking at today. And let me see if I can find like you can see right up there is where you click on there. And then once you click on there, it shows you where everybody's going. So it's really, really great. So if you're doing that, then you need to download the app tonight and have it ready for tomorrow. And so that you're good to go, because there's a lot of people who didn't get it downloaded today. And this is very, 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 very important. There it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Raul. Thanks. Yes. And once you download it, all you do is you go in there and says continue instead of continue without sign in. And then it'll show you that little Suzanne Morphew. I'll show it to you again here. Suzanne Morphew search right there, September 2020. And then you click on that, and then you can watch it. But I know these searches, there's a little bit more. So go to Profiling Evil, and then you can find that out. That's very important. And we do need, all the help they can get. Also, before I get into the details as well, they were saying that they are looking, or they're looking in mines, and they started doing that today. And they're looking at that area, but they're going to need some drones and anything with drone that has GPS, that kind of thing. So if you have that and you're able to help them, then that would be fantastic, because they need all the help they can get. Obviously, we're trying to find Suzanne, and I'm doing what I can from Canada. So, yeah. So, okay. Now, back to Andy Moorman. He was saying that it was very successful. He said they did find some interesting items. Those are his words. Interesting items, and they have been given to the authorities. And he says tomorrow there will be drones, dogs, horseback as well. And he said it's important to have, a higher view, obviously, so you can see, a better vantage point, I guess. Now, I will get to Barry in a minute because he did talk about him, but let's talk about this first because it's very important. I am going to put the GoFundMe account, and Andy was talking about there's that GoFundMe account for the search efforts that he's using, and he's tracking what he's using on as well. And I'm going to give you the right one because it's important for that, right? Let me just click on over here and make sure. And if anybody asks you, then you can also pass it on. Might take a minute here. My computer's deciding to be interesting. Okay, there we go. I'm hoping this is not going to die, but anyways, we'll keep going. Okay, I talked about that. I talked about the app. Okay, he did talk about Barry. And he said that Barry was at his home and he was setting up trail cameras and he had a shotgun over his shoulder. That's what he said. I wrote it down. I find that interesting. I'm sure Andy finds it interesting. He did say, this was his words as well, he said he's disappointed that he wasn't in the search. And, we can take it for what that is. Thank you so much, Susan. And thank you, Andy Crayons. Let me just write this, get you up here on here. For those watching and not searching actively, please only watch as a guest. Don't create a profile or your location will be logged in the map. Yes. Thank you, Andy Crayons, so much. So if you're just searching, if you're just watching, I did do that in the community post today, how you can just watch. Don't create a profile. That's for the searchers only. Thank you so much for the reminder. I appreciate that. So I'll keep that up there for you. And yeah. Yes. Draw Latina says, Linda, please remember they need special cameras that can be lowered into the mines. Yes. So if you are aware of that and what you need to do that, and you have something like that, then exactly that. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to, okay, so let's see. They said Salida has been amazing. The town of Salida, that they've been really welcoming and helping. What else did he say? There was quite a bit. There's a few hundred people that were volunteering. So, and they said tomorrow at 8 a.m. at Pontius Springs Visitor Center. That's at 8 a.m. So again, if you're able to help out, then that would be awesome. And I'm sure they'd very, very much appreciate that. Okay. Let's see what you guys have to say here. Yeah, it's hard, right? Andy does look so sad. I agree. Imagine for him, it's kind of a range of emotions, wouldn't it be? Because you really want to find your sister, but then you're scared to find your sister, but then, Naya says, does your comment get seen even on if you're not It's a Crime tool person? Yes, I'm reading all the yes, I'm reading the comments. I'm doing the best I can to zip through it. So where I saw that, yes, Andy said tomorrow will be a day of discovery, and he says tomorrow is, I remember him saying that too. He just said tomorrow is, if you think this day is exciting, meaning what they found, tomorrow is going to be, a day of discovery. That's right. He's very hopeful. Look who's in the house. Profiling Evil says, had to slip in to say thank you, Linda. So nice of you to drop in tonight, and best wishes with you. Thank you so much, Mike. I dropped in there. I want to thank you guys so much for what you're doing to help Suzanne and Andy and the family. And I've been away, so I've been catching up, and I really wanted to go in there. And anything you need from me, I did do my best to relay some information. But if you need me to post something in my description or whatever for anybody, and what you exactly, if there's something specific that you need, I'll put that in there. And I did talk about your guys' app, which is freaking amazing. I saw tonight on your show where they had all the footprints and the heat maps. It's incredible. So I did give them the heads up to download it tonight if they are volunteering. So whatever I can do. I know I've been a little bit away. I've been helping both my mom and my dad. And so it's going to be like that for the next couple of weeks, back and forth, but anything I can do to help. And I'm so glad I was able to go in and say hi to you guys. It's really incredible what you guys are doing. So I'm really, really grateful. All right. Everybody's saying hi. Awesome. There was a question I actually had earlier. Maybe, Mike, if you're still in here, I have a question for you. Maybe you can answer. I know Andy tonight was saying that there wasn't cadaver dogs that have gone to the property today or whatever. He said there was no dogs that he knew of. Question for you. Did they ever have, like dogs who maybe not go on the property, but are around the property, or a dog gets loose or something? How does that, I'm just thinking, I was just thinking about the dogs. Perhaps a dog might let loose and go on the area. Whoops. I don't know. Actually, I have to ask my neighbor. My neighbor is actually also, my neighbor has cadaver dogs, actually, so I should probably ask that. All right. I'm so glad that you guys are on. This is great. It's been a little while, so I really appreciate you guys. Okay. Helen, let me see. Where are you there? Helen says, Linda, what are your thoughts about the house near the river? I fear Suzanne is buried there. I did do a video from the very, very beginning about the house near the river. That was the construction company, I think. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about Barry's house? Because I guess that would make a difference. I've said it before about the triangle. I think, in my own opinion, I think there's a reason why Barry's, pretty protective of the house, but that's, again, my opinion. He said that, quite a few times about I talked about the triangle in my different videos. So, oh, awesome. Yeah, great that you guys are able to support their search. That's wonderful. Okay. Yeah, we wish we all could do more. I mean, I'm in Canada. Our border's even closed. I don't know what I can do to help, but I would love to help even just from here, just to get the word out. And hopefully there will be more boots on the ground tomorrow. I did hear that Tyson Draper would be there tonight, I believe. I don't know if that timing is correct, but I did hear that. And he's really good at boots on the ground, going to different places. Somebody was mentioning Lauren Scharf, and I did read on her Twitter that she wasn't there today. I don't know the reason. I know there's a lot of chatter, but I don't know the reason. But I know she wasn't there. So not to say maybe tomorrow. I'm not too sure about what that's about. She's been covering it, though, for months, right? She's been covering Suzanne's story and helping in any way that she can as well. Thank you, good grandma. I like your name. Joyce says, what, Barry wasn't invited? He did get an invitation. Why would you need an invitation to look for your missing wife? That's a pretty good point. Dad with the phone was also there today. Great. Oh yeah, I saw a little clip on Twitter No, it was Mike from Chris from Profiling Evil that sent me to a Facebook link, and I saw when Andy was first gathering people, but I didn't see any other coverage from Dad with the Phone, but shout out to him as well. And I know everybody's doing what they can to help. I don't know if Tim Miller from EchoSearch was there today. I don't think so. But again, I don't know. I'm just trying to catch up. Oh, he gave updates all day. That's awesome. I'm doing my best to catch up. The search was done. Kimbo asks, why wasn't the search done earlier? There was a search, but Andy wanted to do this search for his sister and be more thorough. Like, you know, he wanted to do it, and he's doing an incredible job. Gathered so many hundreds of people from my understanding, and then they're searching for Suzanne. I feel like in combo with this app, which is incredible, it showed all, like I said, the heat maps and the footsteps of the searchers. I feel like with that and figuring out where they covered, I think it's just a matter of time from what they are going to find or what they'll find. And I think Andy's feeling very confident in that as well, from my understanding, from what he was saying earlier tonight, that they did find some interesting pieces. They gave it to the authorities, and then there's something that it seems like, you know, he's on a trail and to finding something, and he's pretty confident. So let's hope that Suzanne gets found and she comes home, because at the end of the day, that's the most important, to have closure for the family. And I did see, actually, I'm going to read this to you guys, because I did see Andy was also interviewed. And I just want to read this to you too, because he was talking about, oh, did I close it? I might have. Oh, or no, I actually have it here. Andy was saying on a interview, he says, I'm going to get results. I have very good intelligence. Maybe I don't know everything the FBI knows, but I know a bunch of it. And he says, I'm out there to find my sister. I think everybody probably knows what happened. I'm literally just there to search. I need to find her, need to bring her home, give her a proper burial and closure for my family. And that's my point. I'm not about finding somebody guilty or trying to inflict punishment on anyone. That's not my job. That's the law enforcement's job. And then I'm going to give you this number just in case you have information for Suzanne. Let me just actually copy it, and then I'm going to just paste it in chat just in case, because something so little that you may feel is little may be really, 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 really big. So I'll give you that phone number right there. Thank you, Melissa. Lauren Scharf is a reporter for Fox News, and she's been covering Suzanne's case since May. So she's really wanting answers too. So is there anyone in here that searched today? Good question. Is there anyone in here who has searched today? I know Mike was boots on the ground from Profiling Evil as well. So. Thank you, Kathleen, so much. Thank you. Now, what else? Do you guys have any other questions about this? I really want to get that word out there to help. I'm not sure how else I can help other than to pass on this information. Yes, that's very true. I heard that too. He says the hornet's nest is open, Andy was saying. So, hi, Tots. Nice to see you too. Oh, there, Jackie. I'm here and searched today. Thank you so much. I would love to hear some of your thoughts about it today, what it was like. the type of terrain that you did search. I know it's Colorado. It's very similar to Canada. And from what my understanding is, there's some, what's the word? Harder ground to cover. Andy's GoFundMe finds yes, the GoFundMe I did put in as well. If you guys are looking for it, I will put in the description below as well so that you can find that. And I'll also put Profiling Evil's their day 1 video, which was tonight. This was just a couple hours ago that they went live as well. Manglia, can you please repeat what Andy said? Sure. In that I just read from the article. I can read from the article and also from before. He said, I'm going to get results. I have very good intelligence, he said to a news station. Maybe I don't know everything the FBI knows, but I know a bunch of it. And he said, I'm out there to find my sister. I think everybody probably knows what happened. I'm literally just there to search. I need to find her, need to bring her home, give her a proper burial and closure for my family. And that's my point. I'm not about finding somebody guilty or trying to inflict punishment on anyone. That's not my job. That's the law enforcement's job. And I watched Andy, obviously from afar, but he has so much love for his little baby sister and he just wants to find her, and he's doing everything he can to find her. And yeah, it's very, very evident how much he loves his sister. Yeah, tomorrow at 8 a.m., people are meeting at Pontius Springs Visitor Center, and they're saying to download the app tonight or before you get there at 8 in the morning, because they want it already locked and loaded, ready to go. Andy did say that is very successful today in their search. They said they found some interesting items, and obviously they can't go in detail, but he said it was interesting items. And I will also put the name of the app as well. If you go to my community tab, I did do that earlier. So people, we could actually watch, just don't create a profile. You just continue on without signing in, and you can actually see where the searchers are searching. Yes, Jackie, my email address is itsacrimeandashame@gmail.com. And I'll just put that there for you. Yes, this is awesome that you are helping the family. I'm sure really everybody really appreciates that. Really appreciates that. So Good Grandma says, let me find you here. What if Barry took Suzanne's body to Broomfield near his retaining wall job and stashed her? It's a good question. I don't know that answer. I mean, anything is possible at this point. I think they're starting at home ground, right? Where it all started, or where she was last seen, I should say. So I just there's a couple fears obviously that I'm thinking of, and I still stand by my check the triangle area, but I'm not there. I wish I could be there. I'm from Canada, for those of you who don't know, and our borders are closed. I can't really do a whole lot, so I'm doing what I can from here. All right, we'll talk a little bit more on Suzanne, and then we'll talk about some other cases as well, but I want to, give her some time. Thank you, Manglia. I really, really, really appreciate that. It's been a challenge. It's been really challenging, and so I'm doing my best to try and be present. Thank you very much. Somebody was talking about the timeline here. I think the timeline is off, which makes it so much harder. It is because, well, their timeline, the authorities know a different timeline, right? They know more details. We do not. But right from the beginning, it's been a little bit of a head scratcher, a lot of a head scratcher, really. But I think with some of the tidbits that are coming out, the timeline is starting to be a little more interesting. And it's starting to come together. I really feel like it's starting to connect the dots a lot more. And I'm very confident in this search. I have this feeling that there's going to be a lot more to this search, meaning they're pretty thorough, and this app is amazing. So when you have the app and they're covering this kind of ground and you have hundreds of people searching, then I think it's just a matter of time, in my opinion. Christina says, Linda, were you able to find the info on PE on the searcher mic that found something? No. I just know there was something that was found that was interesting. Interesting items, plural, I believe he said. And he said it was a very successful search today. So CJ says Barry is of course watching. I think quite possible. Thank you, T is me. No, of course they won't share what they found. Yeah, I just mentioned that. And I'm going to show you guys the proper GoFundMe page, okay? That's important. We want it to be the proper page. I'll put that right there. So hopefully, I know they're going to be updating us each day. And this is, from my understanding, going till Sunday. So. And Joey says, I think she'll be found in the next 2 days. Something in my gut is telling me. I feel like there's going to be a lot that they're going to find. Just my opinion from covering so much ground and hundreds of people searching. I'm really hoping for Andy and his family's sake that they find her. And it's hard because in one hand, you don't want them to find her. And then the other, it's like, I always say this, it's like limbo is hell, right? Not knowing is where hell is. It's like you got to know. It's either you know or you don't know. And I just feel like that's hell, is being in limbo. So, and he wants his sister to come home. He says whether it's a homecoming or whether it's a burial, he wants his sister home. The app related to the search is called ARC. GIS Explorer. And I will put that in the description below after this live stream once it's processed. Yeah, the truth is coming out. MH, I don't know why they're not available in your area. Where are you? Where do you live? Depends. Thank you for the positive vibes, Laura. Thank you. Oh, they did talk about, okay, yes, okay, wait. Atlantic Tide Crime says, was the items of interest today found in a lion's or animal's den or cave or hole? I don't know where it was found. However, Andy made reference to the mountain lion, where a mountain lion would go. So I found that very interesting. And I probably will rewatch Profiling Evil's video with Andy, because, I mean, you know, when you're watching, you're trying to write down as fast as possible. And then I had to do the live stream. So now, Mandy, I see your super chat there. So I'm just going to get to you there. Here we go. Linda, what are your thoughts about what may have happened in the house? Ooh. First, thank you so much for your super chat. I really appreciate it. I think, I don't know what may have happened in the house, but I feel like something happened in that house. I feel like from the videos that I've done and what I've dug into, I feel there's a reason why he kept talking about the triangle. He talked about the triangle in his video with Tyson Draper. The triangle just happens to be the area where the house is. And he was hovering or over there. I don't know if I should use the word hovering, but he was there when Tyson ran into him. It's also near his house, so. But he was pretty adamant that that's clear. And what I said in my video was, I'm not sure if you've seen this or not, I said, you need to check the triangle. So there's a reason why the FBI was at Barry's house for 11 days the first time. And I'm pretty sure it was 11 days. A crime scene analyst was interviewed and had said in there, listen, for 11 days, there's something more to it. That was her opinion. She said, not necessarily this case. She said, if I'm doing, they were talking about the case, but she was saying, if I'm in a house doing a crime scene what'd she say, there for 11 days, I'm recreating the scene. I'm, she was talking about all the different things she'd be using, luminol and all that. Now, Chris and Mike also made a very, very, very good point where the FBI, when they come in your house, they're doing kind of two things. One, if you're involved in it, then they're finding out what's going on, or they're ruling you out, right? So, but 11 days from this crime scene analyst said, listen, there's more to it if you're staying for 11 days. And don't forget, they left and then they came back. And that is huge from my understanding, that when you come back, I mean, now you're going to a judge to get another search warrant to go in, right? And so the judge has to say yes. So Avalon Apple says, call in, Barry, you've been invited. I did invite him in my last video. I did. Flyer B says, there was a man that searched earlier than the scheduled search, and he also might have found something and turned it over to law enforcement. He couldn't be at the search that started today. Interesting. Interesting. Barry, Jill, I mentioned this earlier, so for those of you who are just climbing in, welcome, welcome, welcome tonight. We're talking about a few different cases, and I'm first talking about Suzanne Morphew. There's a huge search that started today and will be continuing throughout the weekend. Barry did not show up for the search. Andy Moorman, who is Suzanne's brother, said that Barry was setting up trail cams around his house and had a shotgun over his shoulder. I thought that was very interesting. And I mean, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to talk about that. Like, you guys know how I feel about Barry, so I probably don't need to talk about that too much. I think it's sad when, in Andy's eyes, this is a man who's been in his family because Barry married his sister for almost 30 years. Let me know if I'm frozen in the car. I may have come back. Let me know if you guys, I don't know what happened. It's like there's something going on. So Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, might not be good when I'm frozen. If I leave for some reason it gets cut off, I will be right back. But I'm just saying that just in case, because there's some wonky things happening. Sorry, give me just a minute, you guys. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. All of a sudden, this is my Mac's doing something funky. So, from what we know so far, facts wise, okay, what we know so far is we know Suzanne was reported missing on Sunday. We know Barry was in Denver, according to reports. We know Suzanne's phone had activity on Saturday and Saturday early evening and then stopped. Yes. And he's showing restraint. I totally agree. He's so strong, right? He's on a mission. He's on a mission. That's all you can see on him. Like he's on a mission to find his sister. Yes, that's what I heard too. Rhonda B says, when one of the searchers got close to Barry's property, he stopped him. Barry said, "You're about to step on private property." And from my understanding, Andy said that there was trail cams, and then also that Barry had a shotgun over his shoulder. So, okay. Can you hear that? That's my actual computer. It's very interesting. Hang on, guys. Okay, hopefully you guys, yeah, it says it's getting overheated, but I don't know what's going on. What the? No, something's going on. I don't know what's going on. Okay, anyways, we're gonna keep going. And if this worst case scenario, I'll have to get my phone out and we'll see how that works. So yeah, interested to see what the anomaly is at the riverbed. Yes, me too. Yeah, it shouldn't be on my Mac. It's a brand new one. I don't know what's going on. All right. It's a no muffler guy's fault. That's what I think too. He's wrecking the joint. All right. We are going to move on if you guys are okay with that. Oh, Cloud Kicker says, how do I become a member? I'll give you the thing there for you. It should work. I don't know if she had an Apple Watch or not. I'm not sure. This is so weird. I'm just going to close out of a couple things. Please hold. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get out of all this, and maybe it'll be better. Thank you, Susan. You guys are really great. I really, really want to say, too, a lot of you know that I've been off. I shouldn't say off, away, and doing the best I can to do videos while I'm going back and forth and taking care of my parents. So I really, really, really want to say thank you, and I appreciate all the support that I've been getting from you guys, and it's just really, really great love and support. I don't know. I'm overwhelmed because it's so heartwarming to know that people are there for me, and it's helped. I mean, there's days where I just was scrolling on some of the comments just to get myself through some of the days. So I really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. All right. Let's go on to the next. And we can talk about Suzanne, of course, after this other one. After these other ones. So today, you guys, is September 24th, which also means it's would have been Tylee Ryan's 18th birthday today. It also means yesterday would have been 1 year for JJ, and only a couple weeks ago was 1 year for Tylee. And yeah, Tylee would be 18 today, and she's actually a week difference from my son. And yeah, so yesterday would have been a year for JJ, and then a couple weeks ago was when Tylee was murdered as well. And yeah, it just when these days come and you see that, it's just tough. Now, what I want to say is I found tonight, actually as we speak, right now as we speak, there's a vigil being held for Tylee and JJ. And where is that? There is a vigil. So what happened was, when I saw on this article, Colby, their brother, actually did a poster for Tylee and JJ. And at the location, now it's not at Chad's property, because some of you may know, some of you may not know, that the memorial was actually taken down. So they did it across the street. The neighbor was happy to do that. So Colby posted two things, and I'm going to try and read it, only it's pretty small, so I'm probably going to be doing one of these. But he says, Tylee, we love you and miss you every day. I'm so grateful that you're my sister, and I know that you're dancing in heaven. I see your face every day in Riley, which is his daughter. And it says, you're the best sister and auntie, and your heart lives on in us. And there's something that's pretty small in there, so I'll see if I can read. But yeah, tell Jesus hi for us, it says on there. And then to JJ, Colby wrote, your light and spirit shine on every day. We get to laugh with all the memories that we have together. You taught us to be unapologetically ourselves. You're the most sweet and loving brother I could ever ask for. Thank you for being in our lives. And then it says, shine bright JJ and shine bright Tylee. All right. Thank you, Mom Oser. Aw, Sylvia. I'm going to write that there. Let me find you here. Happy birthday, Tylee. R.I.P. you and JJ. Yes. I can't believe it's been a year, but I guess we kind of found out more. When was it? Like January, February, I want to say. January, February. Oh, yes, I saw that too. The police visited Tylee and JJ's memorial across the street from Daybell's house. I thought that was awesome. That is awesome. That's the one thing. I mean, they're investigating this case. They have to know details that obviously they know a lot of details, and it's not easy. They're human, and sometimes we may forget that. First responders they go through a lot. You know, my husband is a first responder, and some of the things that I could never even imagine doing what they do and what they have to see. So it's a lot. Welcome to those who also have become members. You'll see the little green pop up. Welcome to the crime ring. I'm happy to have you on board. Stormy Ann says, reading the chat, listening to you, such a positive community here. Great mods too. Yes, thank you so much. And thank you for being part of it. We do have really cool community, and I'm really, really grateful for that. High vibing is what I say. Thank you, Lizzie Two Shoes. Really cool names. Yeah, I'm really, really grateful for this community. Very, very kind, very smart, very, very smart people. Good Grandma says, my daughter just had her baby girl at 11:45 a.m. Her name is Hazel Jean. She weighed 8 pounds, 22 inches. Wow, 8 pounds. Congratulations, Grandma. Aw, so cute. I hope the charges are coming for them. I really do. I think everybody is. I just keep saying, they're gathering all their info, and I think they want it to be pretty solid when they hit them with it. I don't know. That's the only thing I keep thinking. Yeah. Hey, Jeremy. Nice to see you. I'm back. Yes. Scottish Lass says, that night when Alex went to the gas station, did they check the CC footage to see if he bought gas at a can to burn Tylee, and also if he was alone? Very, very good question. What I find interesting about that, I'm sure they did check the footage, hopefully, but yeah, I'm sure. I remember that with the gas station, that would have been, I think it was about 10-ish or 9:30-ish. I'd have to double check my timeline, but I did do a video on that, and it was interesting because it was a lot of the phone pings, right? Interestingly, they didn't mention in the affidavit of Lori's pings. So I'm waiting for that. And maybe that's in their back pocket for now. Karen says, wonderful to have you back. Thank you so much. Do you think Lori's case will be stronger than Chad's? Can you elaborate that? Stronger meaning stronger against her, stronger? I mean, both of them. That's what, well, they're going to combine this. I shouldn't say they're going to. They're looking to combine the case. I don't know if anyone has a stronger case than the other as of yet. I really, really would love some more information. Obviously, we all would. Stronger against her. Here's why I teeter. Lori's the mother, right? But we also have Chad, who brought some of these ideas to the table. I guess it comes down to what evidence they have on them. But I don't know. It's hard. I know. I'm sorry that the answer is a little bit 6 of one and half a dozen in the other in that sense, because I feel like in one sense, Chad brought a lot of these things to the table, like Dark and the rating system and his Tammy's dead grandma, Lucille, and what she says, which happens to be September 23rd is her birthday, which happens to be the same day that JJ was killed. So between the 22nd and 23rd. Yes, Analytics channel. You know what? I have followed Annie's timeline forever and a day, and she's helped so much. And I have not yet seen her videos, which I need to get my butt over there and watch them because she's great. 10 to Life says, hi, just want to say I absolutely love your channel. Too many creators hating on each other and competing. Want to show some love. You do a fantastic job. Thank you so much. And you are so right. It's so nice to see people support creators supporting other creators. So welcome. And yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate your donation as well. And check out your channel. I'll go check it out. I've been long saying that. It's so nice to see other people supporting other people, other creators supporting other creators. Imagine what we could do together, right? Yes, perhaps I could get Annie on here if she would like to. I would absolutely. I love her mind. She's very analytical that way too, analytics. But she did such a great job on that timeline. I mean, and her database now. I was typing all the interviews by hand forever. It took me hours because then I'd re-listen and then transcribe it. And her new database is amazing too. So she's been a godsend for me. You guys are awesome. Lots of hearts here. Okay. It is great to have people come together. Absolutely. There's enough crap in this life, and there's enough of that, enough of the hate. That's sometimes, as a creator too, and some creators who are in here can understand, sometimes it's really hard to read the comments in our videos. And we're human. I have a lot of great people, but the ones that in there that's not so nice, there's some. And some days it just slides off my back. Sometimes it doesn't. So it's not exactly easy. So thank you, Abby Rhodes. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining me tonight and hanging out. We first talked about Suzanne Morphew and the search that's currently happening. It started today, was day 1, organized by Suzanne's brother, Andy Moorman. And then that's going on till Sunday. And then now we've just been recently talking about Tylee and JJ, how it's been 1 year since their deaths. And it's Tylee's birthday today. And so we're just talking a little bit about that. What else did I have for you? There's also, we'll talk a little bit more about that. I'm going to talk, since we're talking about Lori Vallow, I want to bring up something very important. There was the video I did on Julie Rowe, and you guys seen it. A lot of you have seen it. And it was her voicemail. There is a man named Adam Vance, and I was talking to him today a little bit, and since I had this live stream to do, he had emailed me, and I'm going to have a little chit chat with him. But he was talking about, it was him that she left the voicemail to. His name is Adam Vance, and it was left in 2016, which is super bizarre. He said it went viral, and he said it was actually about his van. Now, the only thing that he was saying was it wasn't, I can't remember if he said, okay, don't quote me, you guys, but it was like something about it wasn't, he felt like more it was Julie had a mental illness rather than talking in code. Now, I'm not saying I don't not believe him, because it could be this Adam. He said, this is my message. It was left on June 22nd, 2016. The one thing that I would say, though, is it is in code. And the reason why I say that is because she literally says call language is effective, and call language is code. So, but he just may not understood it, or he just thought, this girl's crazy or whatever. So I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to talk to him, and I just saw the email early this evening, and then obviously I was getting onto Profiling Evil, and then also doing my live stream. So I'll have a conversation with him and talk to him about this voicemail. So if that's the case, then this was a couple years ago, and it's I don't know what the word is, non-issue. It's definitely in code, because they talked about it. She literally said call language is effective. So yeah, it was a lot of code, and she even said, right? So I think it happens more and more. Dog and Jeep Girl says that was so bizarre. I had no idea people talking code like that. Well, there's a reason they talk in code, right? There's a reason. It's kind of like, when your kids are younger and they make up their own little language so that they can secretly talk to each other. Yeah, CJ Ballard says not buying that it wasn't in code. I agree. I think it was in code. She says it's in code. And so that leads me to believe that Lori's email, I know some people don't like me talking about that, but his email was in code, or her email. There, Adam's in here. There you go, Adam. Hello. So I was just talking, I don't know how long you've been here, so welcome. I was just talking about that voicemail and how it was from June 22nd, 2016, right? So that would have been 4 years ago. I thought it was in 2019, and you're saying it was to you. So, yeah. Now, my understanding is from what you said earlier today, and we can have a chit chat about it too if you want, off camera, but you were talking about being part of a vow, but you separated yourself from Julie after that, is from my understanding. And it was your van that broke down. Right? And welcome, Amanda, aboard to the crime ring, for those of you who just saw maybe the little green thing light up. Okay, so let me see how I can ask this. So Adam, well, this is jumping here. The question would be, I know it's what you're saying is that it's a voicemail to you. My question is, why would she respond in that manner about a van? And actually, whose lane? that was my other question. Yeah, I'm curious about the code because okay. I'm reading, so don't be upset. There's just a little bit of silence. I've been talking straight. In fact, I might have to take a drink of my coconut water. Don't get upset if I'm swallowing. Hang on. Oh, Sharon says, she said me, not Lane. I played that puppy so many times, but maybe. Oh, thank you, Roberta. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. My van, okay. Oops. Thanks, Sharon. Now I know. Medical and legal transcriber. Thank you so much. I was just trying to put Adams on there. Okay. My van had broken down. Yes, I understand that. So your van had broken down and sorry, Julie calls you, and then what happened? Michelle Dawn says, praying for you and your parents. Thank you so much. Refresh yourself. So, yeah, I know. That's one of the things I'm really needing to concentrate on now. And so I may be just doing a video every couple days. There'll be some where I'm doing once a day, but I'm going to make sure that I'm taking care of myself and my parents. I'm going to be traveling in on Sunday for a couple days as well to go help them out. And but you guys will see me. It just might not be as often in this little tiny smidge of a month, you know? I crack Beth Ann up. Thank you, Michelle. Okay. Yeah, it was weird for a broken van. I do agree with that. It's just really weird. Okay, where did he go? And I'm sorry if I'm missing you. I'm trying to see where there we go. I had mentioned to her in a message I left her that my van broke down. Yes, okay, so you call Julie and say, hey, my van broke down, and she calls you back and says, hey, Adam, about your van situation. And then she says, contact Lane. Who's Lane? And then she says, okay, we'll just go from there first. What we're talking about right now is Julie Rowe's voicemail, the video that I just did. It's Adam Vance is on here saying this is the phone message left to him. Yeah, he did say it. Yeah, that's right. Julie said to the van, it's time to step it up, my friend, in van code language. It's funny, but not funny. Well, I think, okay, so Karen says the message didn't even mention a van. When in my video, I put advanced with question mark because it was really hard to hear. She said it was about your van advanced situation, but apparently that was van situation. Let me read it to you guys. I'll read it to you because you know I have it. Here's what it says. Okay. Okay, I wasn't sure and I said it if it says, hey, Alex, but Adam's saying it's to him. So I'm going to replace that with, hey, Adam. Let's read this. Hey, Adam, it's Julie just getting back to you about your van situation. If you can contact Lane. Just wanted to let you know site security is on task and secure. We are on lockdown and I'm just a matter of time before we're given the clear for Pathway to Heaven, Pathway to Zion, and Independence Day. So freedom in the forefront, the grass is green, nails are painted, toes are pedicured, manicure is on the rise. Mantas in heaven are soon to come and call language is effective. Think quick, think fast, catch the ball, you're up, and matter does. Here's the deal. Creatively thinking, creatively writing, creatively securing, it's time for the call out. You're on the call list, buckle on up, step it up, my friend, it's just a matter of time. Talk to Hector. He'll keep you in the loop, fill you in, and let you know where we are on things. Let him know if it's the same because I haven't let him know it's the same because I haven't wrapped the loop yet, and he does not need the road trip. The call out is coming. The grass is green and is on the horizon. Today is Wednesday, the 23rd. Oops, the 22nd. Gonna fly out tomorrow on the 23rd. Go take the touchdown to the home run and clear the bases on Friday. So that was that read out loud. Now, why I thought it was the 2019 is because a couple reasons. One, it matches on the calendar, but two, there was a video from Julie Rowe that talked about being in Arizona that same time where she said she's flying and touching down. So that was what's weird to me. Yay, Trina, you caught me on a live. Yay. Baby D wants to know who Julie Rowe is. Julie Rowe is an author and she is a energy worker, healer, energy something or another. She wrote books. Chad actually published them. She knows Chad Daybell quite well. So yes, please be respectful to Adam. Absolutely. Absolutely. From my understanding, Adam says that he knew Julie or knows Julie. I don't know if he knows Lori and Chad. We didn't get to that point. Hello, Lisa from Vancouver, another Canadian. She was medicated. I truly believe that. Her voice was dull and low. Okay. She could have been. It's just that the code, and she calls it call language, That's where I'm coming from, if you can understand from my point of view as well, right? I don't know if she was medicated or not. You know her better from my understanding, so I can see why you may feel that way. And maybe it's better that we can have a conversation one-on-one, so we can get this back and forth, a little easier. I'm sure it's not easy to comb through all these comments as well. So yeah, have I figured out who Lane is? No. There we go. Adam says, where are you there? I was the founder of Pathway to Zion. And from my understanding, Hector was part of that, yes, right? So you founded that, but it was Hector that ran it? Is that how it worked? Oh, somebody needs a recap. Recap of the night, or just recap now? Right now, we are talking about the Vallow Daybell case. We're specifically talking about the voicemail video that I did on my channel a couple days ago, and it was a voicemail from Julie Rowe. I had wondered if it was to Alex, and because it sounded like it, but Adam Vance is on here. He's saying this voicemail was to him. He was talking about his van that broke down, and Julie left him this message in 2016, not 2019. And I agree. The one-on-one probably be a little bit better, Adam. I do have your email. We can do a chit chat. It's okay. More Canadians in the house. Hello, Linda from Linda. Oh, so happy to have you guys on. Okay, let's move on. And Adam, I'll give you an email. We can have a little chit chat if that's okay. Oh, thank you. Marlene's making comments about my hair. Thank you. I chopped a lot off. I chopped like 6, 7 inches, 8 inches. I don't know. It's been 9 months. I had to get rid of the COVID hair. Michelle Dawn says, is Barry and area being guarded in surveillance post-search days so B can't move or tamper with evidence? Very good question. My only guesstimation is I'm sure he's being... I gotta be careful on how I word this, just in case some certain individuals are watching. I'm sure he's being looked at. Yeah, it is COVID hair. It's like, seriously, I got it cut in December. I needed it cut. Okay. Let me see. There's one more that I really want to talk about. And then we can definitely come back to the other cases as well. But I want to talk about Cassandra Cantrell, who was found this week. And she has been missing for a month. And she was found deceased. And they have her ex-boyfriend in custody. And I'm going to have to catch up on that case. I found it very, very interesting in what they were talking about in the news about him. So I will most likely do a video on that, because I like timelines, and I'm probably going to get into it. Or as I say, let's get into it. Yeah, very, very sad. And for those of you who haven't seen the Cassandra Cantrell video. I did do one. She's been missing. She's pregnant. She was only not even 3 months pregnant. She was going in for her first sonogram, and the day before she was to go to her sonogram, she was killed. And they had traced it. Basically, it was a Tuesday, I believe it was, and she was supposed to go the next day for a sonogram. She was seen, or her car was seen on video in the morning, and she hadn't returned. And there was a whole lot of interesting points about the ex-boyfriend, who actually has been married. They were together years ago, and he was married, but there's some things that have been happening with her and him, and he basically got busted. So they found out quite a bit. So yeah, she was pregnant, and but I find it interesting, and I will talk about this in my video. I did find it interesting how much they released on the information in the news compared to what we hear in so much other. And she was just found. So yeah, Rachel says getting into it in New York over here. I'm close to Canada though. Yeah, you know what? I just talked to my cousin the other day. We found each other through DNA, and I was talking to her through video chat, and I loved how she talked. I loved her accent. Stephanie says, I really love watching our videos. I'm really into investigation and stuff, but thank you for being so detailed and focused. I do my best. I know my live streams are a little bit more loose, and you know, we can have some conversations back and forth. I really, really love community, so I like doing these live streams a lot. And then on my actual videos, I like to just, you know, hunker down and get to the meat and potatoes of all of it. So is it Auto Yoda or Auto Yoda? Says, I saw one article today saying she may have been pregnant with twins, so possibly 3 murder charges. Well, what she was doing is she was going early to check to see if she was having twins. So I believe she was at the 9-week mark. She wasn't at that, or maybe she was even at the 12. We could have to double check, but it was early because she's a twin. And so for those of you who don't know, I'm a twin, and I went and checked with both of my kids early to see if I was having twins. So she was going to check, and never got to. And it was reported that she was very, very excited about having the baby, and she was bought some clothes, was thinking of names, like very, very excited. She was just nervous to talk to the dad and tell him, from my understanding. And then, you know, it's interesting, his timeline of that day for sure. I'm doing a video on it. I have to. I can't not do it. Oh, there you go. Talia says, oh, 12 weeks in USA is normal for first ultrasound. See, it's 20 weeks in Canada, 16 to 20 weeks, I believe. I just was really early because I was at 9 weeks because we were checking to see. Fraternal, I'm a fraternal twin. And so was Cassandra. She had a twin brother. Yeah, I am a twin. I am a twin. Oh, Cassandra's twin was on Web Sleuths tonight. Awesome. He did do a comment on my video, and I believe I pinned it and said, you know, anything that he needs, I would help out. Yeah, it's so Rebecca says it's so bizarre how it's so different everywhere, but it would make sense because the sooner better. Yeah. And then like there's lots of things that happen with carrying twins. And typically, from my understanding, a lot of women who are pregnant with twins, it's harder to carry twins to term. And we actually have, I don't know what's in the water, but in the last couple of years, we've had friends have, I think two separate friends had twins. I think that was two, maybe even three. And it's hard to carry them to term a lot of times, right? So lots of twins in here. Somebody's asking me where I got the Julie Rowe recording. It was sent to me. And Adam Vance was in here tonight. I'm not sure if you were wondering or if you're trying to figure that out. Adam Vance was in there and he's saying that he was the one who received that voicemail. And it was from 2016. And I do have a pinned comment underneath that video as well. Look at you guys there's twins everywhere in here. And it's true, they do not skip generations because my family's riddled with them everywhere. I do, for those of you who don't know, I do ancestry and a lot of research in my family tree, and there is everywhere. No, twins aren't just created from IVF. Twins are also naturally occurring. I guess I don't know the word is to say, but it just depends on a woman's body. On one side, womb mates. So my prayers are go out to Cassandra's family. She's very young too, and I don't know, whatever happened that morning, whether she was going to go tell him. I believe from what I heard in the news that her phone did ping at his house. So perhaps she was telling him that day about it and he didn't like what he heard. So. Oh, wow. So there's another Mr. Linda, male and a female Linda. Yes. Yeah, we're very different though. Yeah, so that's true. Twins are also more common in mature pregnancies. That's true as you get older. Well, and that's part of the reason I had a baby almost 6 years ago, and I had to double check because I wasn't a spring chicken. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, that's what it looks like. The guy was cheating with her, and yes, and she got pregnant. That's what it sounds like. Okay, so from the news, what they were saying was Cassandra was in a relationship with him like years ago, years and years ago. And then he got married, but there is evidence of them being together, and clearly if she's pregnant also. So I don't know what happened. Yeah. So they reported that he actually was a boyfriend, but like a decade ago. And then, I don't know. You guys are still on both the twins, hey? Ex boyfriend. Okay. No, I heard that he was married. That I heard that from the news report that this woman was very detailed. I got to go find it again, and I'll do a video so you guys can see what happened that we know. I'll make sure. And let me see what else I wanted to cover. You guys can help me too. There's going to be some more. I'm going to do a little more digging in some of these cases, but I'm also going to bring some other ones in as well. I did say I would like to do some more interviews. I think that would be great. Let me know what you guys think if you want that, and just hit yes or heck yeah. Hit heck yeah in the comments. Okay. Has anyone got any new information on Abby and Libby? Not that I know of. I would love to have new information. I think everybody would love to have some new information. But one of the things I've been thinking of doing, there's something that bothers me about another murder that maybe I will do the video just from my point of view of what is so similar. And I've been debating whether to do it or not, but just to show my concerns in what I see on one case compared to this one, and the similarities. If that's something you're interested in, you guys let me know that too. Yes, I did color my hair as well. I need to get rid of the grays. And over the summer, my hair just kept getting lighter and lighter and lighter and kind of like a red. And so it's fall, something different. No news yet on the second mental evaluation that I know of. Nothing yet. Nice to see you. Nothing yet. I think it should be coming soon, though. I think in October, is it? You're saying? Yes. She stars brightly. You're saying apparently Barry had a shotgun guarding his property. Yeah, I talked about this a little bit earlier tonight. It was mentioned by Suzanne's brother, Andy, that Barry did have a shotgun on his shoulder and was putting up trail cams. And yeah, did not show up to help search. Yeah, this is interesting. Linda Marie says, does anyone know why so many pregnant women end up being missing? I feel like the Peterson case, there has been an uptick, but it's so sad. It's interesting. There is actually a statistic, and I don't remember the exact number, so I'm not going to just throw a number out there, but they're saying that it is such a significant jump when you're pregnant to being one of the leading causes of dying. When you're pregnant, it was like, what? I looked it up way back in the Heidi Broussard case when I was covering this. And the rate increases substantially when you're pregnant. And so many different factors, I guess. And some of them maybe like this case right here, not so happy that she's pregnant. And it was something he said from years ago that perked the authorities' ears and went to go dive into him, I guess. So I will do that video because I'm very intrigued with the timeline of it. Yeah, I agree, Jackie. It's not a good look for a husband whose wife went missing. I will, you know what, I'll try and talk to Annie and see if she's open to it. Absolutely. Do I know about the other missing woman mentioned in the area? No, I do not. Monitored, that's the word. Oh, good night, Kelly. Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out. I really appreciate it. Barry was keeping the searchers off his property. Yeah, he did not want anybody going anywhere around there. But I think Andy seemed very confident of what they were finding. They found interesting items, he said today, and he was confident about tomorrow. He says he's pretty confident about tomorrow. So I think that's phenomenal. Just to even get the word out there these days, think about that. Like hundreds of people. It's amazing what's the word? It's amazing what we can all accomplish by helping each other. You know what I mean? Like just to get the word out there to hundreds of people, and then they're showing up. I just find it incredible. And it's so cool. If you guys haven't seen, I'm going to show you what this app looks like. So you can see like where they were searching today. And then they were able to go on an download and show from Profiling Evil. They were able to show the heat maps even, and the foot traffic, like where they've all looked. So you could see, and if you go closer, you can see it's all like a grid, right? And we talked about it. Now, I can't remember if it was Profiling Evil who was on my channel that we talked about it, or if it was when I was on their channel and they were talking about this grid search, right? But you can see when you go bigger, you can see, right? And then when I go out, I just find that super cool. The app is super cool. And so they can look and go, all right, this is where we covered. Here's where we need to go next. So they want searchers who are showing up tomorrow to do it tonight, download it tonight, and then go. And you can go to Profiling Evil, I believe. Again, I'm going to put this stuff on the description so that people can see where to go and what we need to do. John says, do you think law enforcement was noticing that Barry was keeping searchers off his property? I'm sure they were. Barry didn't do himself favors today, in my opinion. I mean, I think the question is, here's what my question is. Barry, why didn't you help in the search? That's it. What's your answer? Right? In all of our opinions. Oh, yeah. The search app is called ArcGIS Explorer. ArcGIS Explorer. Now, in my community tab, I have instructions. If you just want to follow the case, you're not a searcher, you just want to follow the case, and you can continue without creating, like without signing in, then you get like this and you can see where they've covered. And then if you're actually, I would go to Profiling Evil and and follow that so that you can do it if you are part of the search. But they are looking for any extra drones or something that could, cameras that could go in the mine. This is true. Diane says he wasn't wanting anyone to search for her in the triangle Linda is talking about. Yeah. Barry said he was not invited. Oh, interesting. Rachel says, Andrew said this may be closer to home than we thought. What do you think he really meant? Good question. When he said that, in my opinion, I gotta make sure I say that. I think he means, from what I understood, was that closer to home means right in that triangle, which was near the house. So my question to Barry is, why are you protecting your house so much? They're searchers, they're not rioters. Closer to home is literally closer to home. The home. Tammy says Barry, okay, Tammy, say, where is that? She said it was a publicity stunt. Are you kidding me? CJ Sleuth says, isn't it a shame Barry's cameras around the house didn't work the weekend of Mother's Day? That's what I heard. I don't know if that's actually exactly what happened, but I did hear a little bit of that. Thank you, Lindsay. I got it cut. I got a lot cut. Sarah is asking Linda, regarding Tylee's dismemberment, where was the crime scene? Good question. I don't know. I have teetered on a few areas. Probably in that little shed thingy, whatever that is. Andy says, Barry said that in his interview with Lauren. Oh, he was talking about the media, right? I covered that, right? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I covered that in one of my videos. He's angry. He's really angry. Terry makes a good point. In my opinion, Barry at minimum just needed to show interest in looking for Suzanne. They would have assigned him to the volunteer sign-in station. Maybe because Barry thought he'd covered the 200-mile radius with the 400 tours in Iraq. I think, I don't know. Anne Lane says, Andy needs to invite Barry in a respectful manner because that hasn't been done. That's interesting. I don't know what happened there or not. But I mean, we all react differently. I can't say if I was Barry. you would hope that people would put things aside and say, man, this is a search. Let's go search. He's been needing searches. Barry said he hired private people to go search for Suzanne. So 400 some people today would have been a blessing, you would think, right? Scottish Lass says, would you consider picking an old case to see if the It's a Crime family can solve it? I would love to cover a cold case. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thanks for the suggestion. And thanks for the super chat. I would like to do a cold case, and I think it would be neat if we could kind of all work on that, or put our brilliance together. Everybody's cool. Oh yeah. Vicky says, as a veteran, that's an impossibility. Oh, the 200-mile radius and the 400 tours of Iraq. Or Afghanistan. I should say Afghanistan. Yeah, it's a little bit of exaggeration with Barry. A few times I've noticed. Oh yeah, Abby and Libby. Andy says, Andy did invite Barry on P's live stream. Does Barry really need a formal written invitation to join a massive search for his own wife? You make a great point. I even invited him on the channel, but I mean, he probably wouldn't have taken it. He didn't take it, but he had a chance to, and I do think he has watched everybody's. Mm-hmm. So Lisa says he was asked by Lauren. He said he would be there. Then he had a hunting trip. Now he needs an invitation. Yeah, I don't know. Oh. Hey, Frank, nice to see you. Oh, here we go. On Lauren's personal YouTube channel a few days ago, Barry said Andy's doing this as a publicity stunt and that he didn't invite Barry. It was while you were gone. Oh, I see. Thank you for catching me up. Thank you, Love Light. Okay, so that makes sense now what's going on, because I know she did a I covered it. It was the interview that both of them did, and Barry was very upset, and he was quite upset with Lauren, and Lauren actually got a little feisty at the end too. So I knew something was going on. Love Light says, hello from Huntington Beach. I'm of French Canadian descent. Does that count? Yes. Part Canadian. Yeah, so I don't know. Kristen says, Linda, do you ever worry about some of these crazies coming after you working these cases? I wouldn't say worry. Number one, I have a little bit of a barrier being in Canada, but I wouldn't say that I'm not careful about it. They'd be stupid to come after me, really. My entire block is first responders. So there's that. I don't know. Good question. Mandy says, well, in a way, it's a publicity stunt to get the word about Suzanne. Well, that's the thing, right? It is getting attention on Suzanne. So you're right in a way. Like, everybody's talking about Suzanne because she needs to be found. And she needs to come home. And the family needs to just get closure. And just get closure, because it's tough. Yeah, so Kitten Mitten says, if my spouse was missing, nothing and nobody could stop me from looking. Yeah, that's the thing, right? But everybody is different in the way they react. I understand that. It's just, if you have 400 searchers, I think they said about 400, he believes it was 400. He gave 2 numbers. And if you have that many searchers, how can you just sit at home while other people are doing that? I don't know. See? Okay, I gotta explain this because this is funny. He's the talk of the neighborhood. One of my neighbors legit looks like a cross between young Brad Pitt and Heath Ledger with Thor hair. So, I don't know if he's a first responder or not, but this is hilarious. Thanks for the laugh. I appreciate that. Masked therapist says, how do I know he's sitting at home? Because, well, I don't know if he's sitting, but I know he's at home from the comments tonight in the, from Suzanne's brother who was talking about it. Cherish is asking, oh, so funny. Teresa says he might not be home, but the point is he's not searching. No, from what they were saying tonight, is he was at the home protecting his property and putting up trail cams with a rifle on his shoulder. And at the end of the day, Suzanne needs to be found. She just needs to be found. And she has to be coming home to her family and loved ones so they're not in hell anymore. Hi, Jessica. So, just want to let you know I love your work and wish I could afford to support your show. You are supporting me, but you do an amazing job. Thank you so much you are supporting me just by being here and watching my videos and being here, that being part of the community. So no worries about that. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me tonight. It means more than you know. Tina says, Linda, you're great and a smart, really. It's code. It is code. He just may not know what it is, but it's code. Because she says it's call language. Yep. Anthony says, I couldn't agree more. Remember what Chris McDonough says, we're not leaving the house yet. Andy just alluded to this. Correct. Because the last place that they know is at the house. So they're not leaving the house yet, meaning until they're satisfied, they're not going anywhere else, right? They're starting there. And like I said earlier tonight on this program, I said about the 11-day, that the 11 days they were at the house. There's a reason. There is a reason. A crime scene analyst stated, if I'm at a house for 11 days, I'm recreating something. That's important. So I'm going to be covering again tomorrow on the search, and we'll find out what, the updates and whatnot, and then we could have another conversation about it. Lauren's asking if Melanie Pulowski had her baby yet. I would think so. She would be due, I think, in August. I think. What is tomorrow? Friday? I may be able to do live, but later in the evening. And I want to get the updates, obviously, on the search because I'm not there. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting tomorrow. Maybe Barry will have a change of heart tomorrow, and maybe he will join in the search. Maybe. Rastrick says, hey, Linda, going to rewind and watch because I missed the stream. Just want to send love and tell again, I appreciate you and everything you do. Thanks, Raina. Thank you so much. So, I'm not sure what's going on with Barry and what he's thinking and what's going on, but you never know. Maybe he'll have a change of heart tomorrow saying, hey, you know what? The search could be a good thing. Maybe I'll be part of it. Maybe. Good evening, James. I'll let you know if I am doing it tomorrow. I'm going to work on a video as well. I'll do a couple things, and then throughout the week, I will be traveling on Sunday, but I will get in a live stream of some sort. It just might be a little different background, but I'll get on there. Diane says, Linda, I want you to know that I'm so grateful for you and your time, hard work, dedication, and passion for the cases, channel, and community. Thank you so much, Diane. Thank you so much. You've been a great supporter and watching my videos and helping me and sending me little emails. I really appreciate all of you guys. And thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. It's been a while, I know, so I just feels good to be back and hang out. Prayers for people searching for Suzanne. Absolutely agree. And how awesome is that they're giving their time to help find a stranger, really. So, hi, Donna. So, yeah. I'll be with you guys for another few minutes, and then I'm going to go and chill out for a bit. And I will do that video. I'm going to just do a little note here about Cassandra, because it would be a good one to cover, just to show you guys what happened from their point of view so far, what they know. Yeah, me too, Amber. Amber says she's glad she found the channel when I did live streams. It made it a little bit less lonely during COVID. Isn't that the truth? Remember when I was coughing the whole time for 6 weeks? Braylon Noble. I haven't heard of Braylon. I've been a little bit out of the loop, but I'm back in. Thank you, Diane. Thanks, Jackie. I know the code. Thank you. Some people don't quite understand when I do those kinds of videos, and I do a little bit deeper dive, and then some don't understand. But I do see things that maybe the average bear doesn't. And so I can see how some people don't understand it and some people do. So hey, Jason. Nice to see you guys. Nice to see you all hanging out with me. Okay, so yes, a very successful day tomorrow. Absolutely. We are going to put out the good vibes to that tribe and get out there and find Suzanne. I'm going to maybe shoot a message to Tyson, because I believe he was there tonight. I think he's shown up tonight. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to find that out. Oh, I saw a cold case there. Russell and Shirley Dermond. Thank you for that. Thanks, Pam. Okay, so what does this mean? Anne says, Andy mentioned some sort of threat that he did not elaborate on. He said things will be lit up tomorrow on the net map. Did I miss that? Oh, Catherine, was that you saying you quit smoking? That's awesome. Thanks, Jessica. So nice to have you guys on here. So I'm going to end it pretty quick here. And oh, Tyson just tweeted it out about half an hour ago that he is in there. Okay, awesome. Maybe I'll message him or something. I don't want to bug him, but that's a neat idea, and it's a crime code language. That's a great idea. All right. Wow, since December 2019, so pretty much when I started. Thank you so much. That's pretty cool. I can't believe it's going to be a year. I mean, we're not quite there, but it will be a year in December. That's pretty crazy. I appreciate you being from the original fam. Thanks, Jackie. You know, like I said, there's little things that I see that other people don't. So some people think, oh my gosh, like, Up, Uppercut Grandma says, I would like to report a mystery. Where are my pants? Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, I heard. I did hear him say that. They said stirred up a hornet's nest, and in my mind, I thought, yes, you certainly are. And I think a lot of the YouTubers have been stirring up that hornet's nest as well. Wow, Todd's had 100 subscribers. That's amazing. You guys are great. You guys are so great. It's been like, it feels like a long time that I've been making videos, I've been doing videos, but it's been a while since I've done a live stream. And with everything that's going on, because my parents, they moved into a home and we had to help them move out of from being in a house for 57 years and all that goes along with that. And then without going into too much detail, my mom had a fall, my dad had a fall. I ended up in the merge with my dad, and I actually legit fell. Like, before that, it's so weird what was happening, but I actually fell and I almost cracked my head open. It was pretty crazy. So I was with my twin brother. I'll give you guys this story before I go so that you guys have a little bit, we'll end it with a kind of a funny story about me. So my twin brother was promising my son that he'll go to his house, and so, okay, I'll put him in the truck. So my brother has like a huge truck. So it has the running boards or whatever on it, right? And I went to go put my son in, and then I went to go step back, and it was the weirdest. I still to this day find it so weird. I went to go step back and step down on the step, but I missed the step. And I went down, but you know when you see in a movie somebody falling like 10 stories, it legit felt like that. Like I was falling and it felt like forever of my thought process. And I was going down and then I hit my back on the sidewalk. But at the last minute, all I kept thinking of is I'm going to crack my head open. And so I quickly did like a sit up to make sure that my head was like that. So when I went back and I kind of rolled into like a somersault, I think. And you can see like this is the remnants of my boo-boo on my elbow. But I went back and I was just short of cracking my head open. And my twin brother gets out of the vehicle and he goes, "Oh my God, Linda, did you crack your head? Are you okay?" And I just I was really stunned. I said, "No, I'm okay on my own. I'm okay. I caught myself before I hit my head." And but it legit felt like minutes hitting the ground. It was so strange. It just felt it's like my leg went through the floor. You know what I mean? It just took forever. So it was the weirdest thing. It was the weirdest thing. So I know it's funny, but not funny. And I just thought, what is going on? Yeah, it just felt like a long time. And the only way I can describe it was like going through the floor. I still wasn't touching the ground. So it was really, really weird. And then I just remember thinking, I'm going to crack my head open. So I just quickly lifted up. And then my back was super short. And I thought, it's a good thing I'm in like fairly decent shape. I could always be in better shape. But I'm glad I'm in the shape that I am because it could have been a lot worse. It was in slow motion, but through the floor. I can't even explain it. So yeah, it's been tough. It's been really, really tough. And um, my parents are older. They're a lot older. And we all helped them move. And it was just really crazy with everything that was happening the days leading up to it. And then I found out some not so great news about my dad. And so after taking him to the emerge, and so we're just waiting on results and stuff. But it's not very good. So it's been not just the move; it's been the move plus family dynamics, and then plus. So it's been really weird. So thank you, Catherine. I know you. CJ wants to know where the video is. Oh, you guys, and I went to go put my drink down on my parents' like little outdoor patio table, and I went to go lift it. Where is it? And I went to go lift it up, and the glass smashed everywhere. And I was like, how did that even happen? I felt so bad. And it's just like the weirdest thing. The weirdest things were happening. So, and then, okay, here's probably this beats me falling out of the truck. This beats me falling out of the truck. A little deer, which comes, the deer and always come in my parents' yard, like all the time. But I'm outside helping my parents, and I'm like bagged. I'm exhausted, right? And here's this deer with a tomato cage around its neck. And now I'm going, oh no, it's a little baby deer. What am I going to do? So I'm phoning Fish and Wildlife, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. There's this deer, and it's a baby deer. Like it's a little baby deer and has a tomato cage around its neck. How is it going to eat? I think she's eating, but I don't know. I'm following it around the street. It's like Dr. Doolittle all week. I'm telling you, like deer, like the craziest amount of deer, and then one with the cage around its neck. And I'm like calling Fish and Wildlife, and like it's like just the weirdest time ever. So, it's kind of a funny story. It's like, what are the chances? You know? It's like, what the heck are the chances? It's like, there's a deer with the cage. Then there's like this huge spider that's coming. It's like Dr. Doolittle. I don't know what was going on. And then with me falling, and my mom fell, and I had to try and get her up. And then my dad fell. It was just crazy. So it was crazy. Rachel says, I hit two birds with one tire at the same time while driving the ambulance. That's crazy. I don't know if you know Rachel, but my husband's a paramedic too, and he's some weird stuff. Actually, last year or the year before, he was driving, not the ambulance, it was his car, and a bird flew in the, I don't even know what you call it. The bird was like in the grate, like in the grill. It was so weird. We had to get and the bird was alive. So weird. Oh, so what happened to the deer? Okay. So I call them, and they're like, we're going to have to call you back. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Am I following this deer? What am I supposed to do? I don't know. And so I followed her for half an hour, and they called back, and the guy's eating on the phone. He's like, so he called about a deer. I'm like, yeah, are you on lunch break? Like, we got a deer here with a tomato cage around his neck. And he's like, all right, I'll be down. There's probably going to be some other calls. I couldn't get I couldn't go near you don't go near the deer with a tomato cage on its neck. You know? An undercarriage, there you go. So there's been a couple of funny stories. Yeah, the deer got help. The guy came and helped the baby deer. I know. What are the chances? And then like me falling out of the truck, that was the weirdest thing. What else was happening? This is some weird stuff. Thank you, Laura. Hey, Chris. He's laughing. We're hanging out here. It was so good to see you guys tonight earlier on your live stream. I had a crazy couple weeks. We're just talking about me falling out of the truck and then this deer with the tomato cage and yeah, it's so nice to be back. Where would I see that? Oh, Anne says you were sleep deprived in accident or goofy prone. Well, the thing is I've been sleep deprived for 6 years, actually probably 18 years because I'm a mom. But it's just really bizarre. Right? CJ says we got a tomato cage situation. Put the sandwich down. So he's calling me and he's just like crunching in my ear, and I'm going, "Oh, are you on lunch break? Like, there's a deer here that needs your help." Like, well, we got a couple bear calls, so we'll be down. Just kind of keep an eye on the deer, and we'll come down. Okay. Thanks, Chris. It's so good to see you and talk to you. I haven't talked to you guys and it feels like forever. We'll have to catch up. I was talking quite a bit tonight about Suzanne and your guys' efforts and about the app, and it's just really, really, really cool. And I'm hoping I can help out in some way. Wish I was. I'm in Canada, can't cross the border, but so I thought I would just help in any way I can. Yeah, I do have well, he's going to be 18 next week. So yeah, message me too if there's anything I can do to help from out here. I'll do what I can, or if there's something I can put in the description below or in my community post as well. Hopefully there's a lot more people tomorrow that'll help, and go from there, because Suzanne has to come home. I know you agree with that. Oh, I know okay, yeah, the question. Oh, I think I asked that earlier. It was just a question about if the dog's around Barry's house, how close could they go, or do they ever have the dog not on the leash? If that makes sense. Yeah, I'll be updating the crew here after your guys's update, and I will put the link to your guys' channel as well. I mentioned this earlier in the description. So that's true. They can't, yeah, the drones, that's true. Dream of a hive. That's true. Barb, I'm not sure. I'd have to look. Thank you so much, Jean. Everybody loves profiling evil too, so it's awesome. Lots of Lots of supporters over here too as well. So happy you were here, Chris, unless you already left. Okay, East Idaho News has an update too. I'll have to take a look. Yeah, tell Mr. Linda. Okay, where did he say? Tell Mr. Linda we send our best. Tomorrow's drone and dog day. Put your seatbelts on. We're going for a ride. I am prepared. Let's get the news. Let's get the news. Let's get it. Drone and dog day. I am so excited about that. I do have a feeling, I think you guys may agree. I mean, with the volunteers, with the dogs and the drones and the horses, I mean, it's not a matter of if, I think it's a matter of when putting these pieces together. Buckle up, put your seatbelts on. I agree. There we go. We are ready. Bring Suzanne home. All of our support here. Let's put some hearts in there for Suzanne. Yeah, Andy's pretty confident too about that for tomorrow. I think it's good. This is really, really good. They need closure. And like you said, he needs to bring his sister home. So anything you need, Chris, just message me. And even if it's just to post something or whatever you need, I'm here. Look at all the hearts. Oh, Cherish, the live updates. Profiling Evil has an app called ARCGIS Explorer. You can see it in my community tab. I wrote the instructions. If you just want to follow it and just continue without signing in, you just download it, and it's also on Profiling Evil's site. I'll put that in the description below once this processes this video, and then you can see and track, and you can see like how it's a grid. You can actually look and see. It's pretty cool, and it's getting the job done. So yeah, don't make a profile if you're not a searcher. All right, you guys, I am going to sign off right away. And I will probably most likely see you tomorrow. I want to get the updates as well, and I'll be following tomorrow day, and then we'll just touch base again. All right. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. I really, really appreciate it. I'm so happy to be on again and chatting with you guys. It means a lot. And I will be back. So be sure to be on the lookout for my Cassandra Cantrell video, because I think it's important that I get that out there. But also, I really, really want to give attention to Suzanne and her case, and we'll keep tracking this and see what happens. All right. Love you all so much. Have a really, really great night. Talk to you soon. Bye.